I felt shocked. I wanted to make sure I'm reading correctly. I was going through so much emotion, fear started creeping in. Hi, my name is Paris Nihasmitiapio. I moved to the US in May 2023. I work in New York. I live in New Jersey. The desire to go to America was a childhood desire. Having family abroad edged that thought in me. The attempts had been many and it had not really worked out. I had tried to do a visitor's visa. I tried school. I came to visit my auntie and uncle, came for my niece's wedding. I was posted here for a very short assignment, and I'd been hinting that I wanted to come and work for the US, but they were already making it clear that it's going to be a difficult process. So it just was a beautiful coincidence that in the same period, I won the green card. I was driving with my son. I think we were going to like a garage, and my son was actually doing the driving. So I was just browsing through my phone. A notification came and said, "You're a winner." I didn't react immediately. So I just opened the email, and I swear to God, words were jumping to my face. Like I was going through so much emotion, and then I read it. I wanted to make sure I'm reading correctly, and I realized we've won. So I turned to my son. I'm like, "Guess what? We have won." And I'm trying to tell him, he's like, "We've won what, Mom?" And I'm like, "We've won. And I just was hysterical. I was doing a dance in the car. I was punching. Honestly, the confusion I caused my 18-year-old, I think he was 18 at the time. He didn't understand the magnitude like I did, but yeah, we got very excited. At the time, I was living in the UK and I'd been there for about 24 years. So migration was not a new concept for me. The fact that it was finally possible superseded any fear in that moment. Without giving too much away, I'm approaching 50. And I think when you are getting to certain ages, there's a way you feel a little bit drained out of life. I'd raised my 2 kids, had worked really, really hard until this stage, had gone through a lot of challenges, and I was really feeling depleted. I needed something new to be injected in my life. I want to be a little bit more adventurous and do things that I haven't necessarily done before because I was busy raising the kids. One of the things that I find very attractive about America is the variety to accommodate the different changes and desires you have in your life. At a fraction of the price, you can go to a different environment. It feels there's more possibility now. If you're a night person, there's work for you. Plenty of work for you at the nighttime. If you're a day person, plenty of work to choose from in the daytime. Across all industries, all times, there's work for you. And when people are not necessarily very conventional and you want to carve out what works for you, I'm not sure there's a better place to do that than here. There's that feeling anything is possible. So when I came, I don't take it for granted. I was quite lucky. I was given an apartment by my workplace in Manhattan and was there for like a month. I think for me, the trick has been to find areas of compromise. Because Manhattan is like, you've got to be wealthy to afford to live there. And I'm not. I live in New Jersey. I was lucky. I had a few people I was connected to. I had a good support network from my family, my sister, my cousins, my friends. However, to have the support from your team turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made. So you asked me earlier if I felt scared. And at the time of winning, I wasn't. But over the period, fear started creeping in. It's straightforward requirements, but people's circumstances differ. And that's where the complications can come. I'd lived in Kenya, in Tanzania, in Britain. So when it came to providing, for example, the police certificate, you have to provide for all the countries you've lived in over a certain period of time. These kind of documents that you need take a long time to do. I must stress that people should not underestimate that application process. Some niche areas needed focus and attention, and the accuracy of information is very, very important. Starting with the DS-260, I think, form, very long. Caroline was the lady I worked with who was super amazing. Absolutely loved the woman. Friendly, supportive, and most of all, very comforting. To have Caroline guide me through all the requirements, check all the information I'm providing, and sort of tell me what the next steps were was super helpful. I had one or two complications, to be fair. For the medical doctor, you get a list of all the things that are required, all the vaccinations. We had all those done, but something that was introduced in between when I got the documents and when I went for my appointment. But luckily, we were able to salvage the situation quickly. Caroline was a phone call away, an email away. That was really helpful. I honestly, hand on heart, have been telling my friends, my family, use the American Dream Team. Don't do this journey alone. There'll be hurdles along the way. There'll be confusion that you're not sure what to do. Yes, you will pay, but what don't you pay for in life? Even what you're not paying, you're paying in a different way. So you've got to choose your priority. My advice to anyone who is trying to come to the US is to be quite strategic. Research the areas you want to live because house prices has kind of gone up in the last few years. So do your research and do your savings. Remain connected with people because it's helpful. In the meantime, do work on your skill to increase your chances because when you get here, it moves you to the next phase of your challenge. What gets you through? It's the skill set you've built. Last but not least, prepare yourself mentally. Even with everything prepared, my life did turn upside down. However, increasing your opportunity, going different direction, it's definitely worth it. So I wish you all the best and look forward to welcoming you on this side.